Good evening to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another drop list video, the series where I cover all the items that are releasing in a specific week for various different streetwear brands. And in today's video, I'm going to be covering everything releasing in week 11 of Supreme's Spring-Summer 2024 collection. Yeah, welcome back guys. Time to cover the latest weekly drop of Supreme's latest season, and as mentioned in that intro, it is time to cover week 11. Now in today's video, we'll be doing what we always do, covering the individual pieces, covering the release details, and covering my thoughts and opinions on all the individual pieces and the week as a whole. How we're going to do that is by using a Supreme community page. We'll head on over to that page now and we'll start covering the release details for week 11. So here we are at the Supreme community page that we're going to be using today, guys. I'll link it, as I always do, down in that description section below for you guys to vote on the items yourselves. But we'll quickly cover those release details and then we'll dive into all the pieces releasing this week. So the items releasing in week 11 will be releasing on the 25th of April 2024. 11 AM Eastern Standard Time for the US, 4 PM British Standard Time for the UK, and 5 PM Central European Standard Time for the EU. Now, it'll be dropping 2 days later on the Saturday. That is the normal release time for the Asian region. They get it in Japan, Shanghai, and Korea. 11 AM in the respective time zones. Japan getting it in store and online, whilst the other regions only in store. If you have any further questions on when and where it is dropping, drop the questions in the comment section below and I'll try and help you out the best that I can. But now that we've covered all the release details for week 11, we got to get into those pieces. So let's dive right in and start checking out the accessories releasing this week. So the accessories releasing this week, we have a very expensive but very lovely looking pillow. Look, I don't think I needed to spend $180 on a pillow this week, and it's probably not going to match the decor of my living room. But if you want a pillow that has the Supreme logo on it and a lot of Supreme graphics with very traditional inspired motifs and stuff being used to design the Supreme graphics, go for your life. But for me, I think I can happily sleep at night knowing I didn't pay $180 for the Supreme pillow. Moving forward, we have the Wave Pin, $8. I mean, I just think that's a nice, easy little item to pick up. Then we have the Supreme Micro Flipper Pocket Knife. It's probably illegal in Australia to own that, realistically. I don't think you can own concealed blades or flip blades in Australia off the top of my head. Do I want to own it? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm probably not going to be able to get it through customs if I wanted to, and I don't really want to spend $80 to try. But it's a very cool little Supreme pocket knife that I'd use to like open letters and stuff like that, instead of my very big excessive knife that I already have. Then we have probably one of my favorite accessories, one of my favorite things when fashion brands, skating brands, clothing brands, a lot of brands do in general, books. We have the 30-year celebration of the Supreme t-shirts released, and to celebrate that, we have got a 3-volume book series releasing for week 11. So book 1 has all the t-shirts that they have released from 1994 to 2011. Volume 2 is 2012 to 2018. And volume 3 is from 2019 to 2024. I would just love it. It would be a fantastic book series to own. I'd love to have like all 3 of them spread out on my coffee table. I already have volume 2 of the Supreme book on there already. You know, showcasing the various lookbooks and collaborations over those years. So this would be perfect for me. But it's $168. Wow. That's a very expensive book series. But when you do 100 and I guess $70-ish divided by 3. What is that? That's what, almost $60. It's like 55 or $53.33 each book. So it's more reasonable when you kind of put it like that. I can imagine this book's going to have a resale. Look, if you miss out on this initially, don't worry. I assume there's going to be a repressing of this released to the public by a more, I guess, wider scale publisher. From memory, that's what they did with the Volume 2 book. So, I mean, there's no guarantee of that, obviously, but it would just feel very strange for them to only do the release in here. I feel like this is something they could definitely make a lot of money on by releasing it to the public in a very standard publicized release. And I mean, I'd definitely pick it up. I'd really love to own it. It's an awesome looking piece. Probably going to be my favorite piece this week, unless there's a fantastic piece of clothing that can beat it, but would love to own it. An awesome accessory from week 11. For the shorts for week 11, we have the baggy leather shorts and the script baggy denim shorts. Look, I know I'm not the biggest fan of shorts, and I'm usually someone who will say that the longer version of them would have been better. But looking at both of these right here, the colors are nice, the material use is cool, the logo looks really cool on the script baggy one, it's tonal, it looks nice. Look, I think this would work in a lot of outfits, and I think a lot of you guys would really benefit from these shorts. For me, they wouldn't work a lot in my wardrobe, but I still want to give them some praise because I do think they are nice pieces. Now, in the pants releasing this week, we have the wrapped sweatpants. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of a Supreme logo being wrapped around my waist on some sweatpants. Now, to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the first t-shirt ever being released by Supreme, they have a t-shirt with a photo of the first ever Supreme t-shirt, signed by everyone that I assume worked at Supreme, skated for Supreme. I don't know how many people signed it, but yeah, this is definitely one way to handle it. I think it would have been nicer to do like an actual commemorative 30th anniversary t-shirt instead of commemorating the 30th anniversary of the first ever t-shirt releasing. I mean, yeah, I suppose. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the collaborative t-shirt we had recently, which was with Maison Margiela, and it was, you know, the photo of a box logo t-shirt. This feels reminiscent of that because of how closely they are released. I think it would have been more appropriate to just do a 30th anniversary t-shirt. Again, talking about the fact that it's been 30 years since their first t-shirt's ever released, but I feel like there would have been a better way to handle that, right? Anyway, I agree with the Supreme community on this one. It's not the best tee to kind of commemorate that. The collared shirts, we have our lady work shirt here. I'm going to give this one a downvote just because, I mean, the color options are very nice, but the graphic itself on the back isn't really doing too much for me. Each to their own though, of course. Maybe you really like this, but yeah, it's not a graphic that's speaking to me. The piece that is speaking to me more is the mosaic short sleeve shirt. I really like the design on this one. This would be a really lovely shirt to wear in summer. I can imagine it, you know, getting brunch, you know, drinks in a rooftop bar. Yeah, like it just would be awesome for social occasions to hang out in. I love the style of rocking a tank top and suit pants. That is basically my go-to summer look these days, and a lovely shirt like this would complement it over the top of it. Up next, we have the hats. We have the script logo 6-panel. I can totally understand why people have downvoted this. This looks like something from the early 2010s, and that's everything I really need to say about it. Then we have the Seersucker S logo 6-panel. I have nothing really negative to say about it. It comes in a lot of nice colors. I'm gonna leave it with a thumbs up. Then we have the Futura lightweight balaclava. The black one would be kind of cool, and the font looks really nice on a balaclava, I have to admit, but the other colors, not as much. I'll give it a thumbs up, but I would never see myself wearing it. Then we have the MLB Teams box logo new era. So pick out your favorite Major League Baseball team and buy the Supreme box logo hat for him. I'm all good though, because I've expressed many times in the past, the new era box logo caps, they've never been for me. The shape of them looks too weird with the Supreme logo kind of like warped across the front of them. I just can't do it, man. Next, we have the sweatshirts. We have the Dogs hooded sweatshirt. I like the graphic on this. I like the purple background for it for the most part, or the red background. I like it in the gray, navy, and black. Yeah, this is a nice hoodie. Then we have the wrapped half zip hooded sweatshirt to match the sweatpants. You guys are really feeling this piece this week, but I'm not feeling it as much. I'm gonna leave a downvote on that one. Now for the jackets, we have the Wave Varsity jacket, a very lovely piece. I like the colors on it in the lookbook. It is $500 US, so it does come with a hefty price tag, but I do really like the piece, so I'm gonna leave it as a thumbs up. We have the Arc Denim Coach's jacket, some very nice colors, a classic Supreme logo on it. I think the black and navy are the best colors in that one. I wouldn't buy it and wear it personally myself, because the only thing going for this piece is the nice color options and the logo, and it's not enough to entice me compared to the Varsity jacket, where I like the silhouette, colors, material, and design. There's just a lot more to it there. I will give it a thumbs up though, because it's a very classic piece and I do like it, but I just realistically wouldn't wear it. And last but not least, we have the Sudden Death football jersey. I'm not into it. I just wouldn't wear it. I've got my Supreme Old Dirty Bastard football jersey, or it's a hockey jersey, I think, off the top of my head. I think that's the only Supreme jersey that I need for the foreseeable future, but maybe you guys will disagree with me on that one. I'm gonna leave it as a thumbs down for that one this week. But yeah, that is week 11, guys. Everything covered. How do I feel about week 11? Most of it I'm not overly interested in. The pieces that I would actually really love to own is the book, the Mosaic short sleeve shirt, the Dogs sweatshirt, and the Varsity jacket. They're probably the pieces that I could definitely see in my wardrobe, myself wearing, and myself enjoying. But yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on week 11, if it's a hit for you or a miss for you. I think there are some really nice pieces here for myself, but only less than a handful. The rest of the week is definitely a miss for me. I don't need it out of necessity. But let me know how you feel about week 11 down in that comment section below. That is everything covered to do with week 11 though, guys. We covered the release details. It's dropping on Anzac Day, the 25th of April 2024. We covered, also the 27th if you live in Asia. We covered the individual pieces and my thoughts on the individual pieces. I definitely want that book. Book is the main thing that I want. We covered it all. So now I want to hear from you guys. What do you want to pick up from week 11? Maybe you really want the pocket knife. Maybe you just really want a hat. I'd love to hear what you want to pick up from this week down in that comment section below. And of course, if you guys want me to keep covering upcoming weekly drops from Supreme, you've got to give me the 3 indicators I always ask you for, which is a like on this video, a comment in that comment section down below, and if you haven't already, the best indicator you can give me is a subscribe to the channel. As mentioned in previous uploads, we're trying to hit the subscriber milestone of 3,850 subscribers before the end of the month. Hopefully with your guys' continuous support, we'll be able to reach that milestone before the end of April. I think that's everything I have to add about week 11 though, guys. I wish you the best of luck if you're going for something from this week. Hopefully you can pick it up in the size and color you are after. But until the next drop list video, until the next Supreme video, until the next streetwear talk video in general, I'll catch you later.